It appears we are live. So, hello everybody, and welcome to this Megaman inspired game. Well, Megaman X, technically speaking. Also, let's go to the actual game here because otherwise we're sitting in silence. I hope the music's not too loud or anything. I'm streaming from my laptop right now, and I did a little bit of testing, but things might be a little bit scuff. Yeah, so anyway, I just found this game on Steam and thought, yeah, sure, let's give it a try. It looks like it's made by a single person, so I'm not gonna be too harsh with any criticisms that I might have. Like, and normally I wouldn't be holding back when I have some criticisms, but like, we can still clearly see on the art style that this is clearly made by independent developers. Also, either this song is not synced or too short, one of the two. It might not be synced because I think on my Linux computer I could see that much, and I think it was synced there. So it might just be that my laptop has some slowdown. Anyway. This is an intro screen! Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit harsh here. Hopefully the only time though, because like... Okay, so this is your starting screen. Normally in the starting screen you want to... Oh my... God? Why? I mapped the controls though, why doesn't it work? Oh god damn it. Well, while I'm trying to figure out why this is not working... Yeah, so this is your stuff. Can you actually see this menu here? Yes, you can. Okay. I told you to use my controller for input. Weird. So yeah. Anyway, I mapped it just a second ago. Does it work now? No. Yeah, no, it doesn't want to use my controller. That much work on Linux still. Really weird. Maybe I have to close the game once I tell it to use that? Anyway, while I'm trying to get this to work now. Yeah, you have a starting screen where, like, what would you normally want to teach the players? Like, the first screen you're on is always about teaching the player, like, the basics and stuff. So what do you want to do? You want to have the player figure out how to move, like left, right, maybe up and down too, depending on the genre. Maybe you want to teach them to jump. Maybe jumping is possible to kill enemies like in Sonic or Mario. Also, I don't think I can skip this here. I cannot. Then you probably also want to teach people how to attack and stuff. So your starting screen is supposed to be fairly, like, empty. Just to give the player some breathing room, and yeah, the ability to just try some things out without feeling pressured. So you don't want to have 3 enemies on the same at the same time on one singular screen, all shooting different types of projectiles at you in different patterns. Like the first screen is usually the first impression you're giving a person, like a player, outside of obviously the opening cutscene here. But, yeah, it's not a great sign if you're overwhelming your player like this. I have to commend you for that. You cannot be hit here. Okay, this is super odd. Like, double tapping any of the directional inputs makes me dash, but I cannot actually move into any direction with the controller, no matter what I'm pressing. Also, I can use the controller to pause, apparently. And to, well, the opening screen, like the main menu, I could activate that, but, like, why is it not remembering that? This is super odd. Maybe if I'm not? No? If I'm pressing the X instead of OK? This was working on Linux, surprisingly enough. Why is it not working here? Well, I guess I'm playing with the keyboard, where A and D are both dash. Okay. Okay, because the bottom row is input, is like the actions. Super odd. Like the controller was working on. Oh, that reminds me. No, I was working on Linux, except that on Linux it crashes eventually. So that's why I thought, oh yeah, let's play this on my laptop. That should be working, right? There was an option to disable double tapping for dash, right? Or was that the previous game that was? Oh yeah, I think it was Mighty Number 9 that had that. Crud. Well, guess I'm gonna be dashing a lot by accident. While playing this with a controller. Not a controller, that's the problem. Also, why is A and D dash? Like, that's the buttons above the, like, attack and jump. Why not C? C's not doing anything right now. Okay, does the keybind for control for the keyboard work? Also, another thing while we're here on the keybinds. Also, hello chat. What we want to do is like, instead of saying the buttons, this would be on a controller. Instead, what you want to do is tell the player this function here. Instead of L1 saying dash is bound to this button. For example, the C button, which you don't. Wait, C's mapped to R2. R2? What is R2 even doing? Like, I don't know. What is it? I don't know what R2 is doing. You're not telling me that in the first screen either. So, what am I actually working with here? I'm gonna have dash on C, so I'm gonna unmap that, I guess. None. And have L1, which you here describe as LB, a different key entirely. Oh. And then, what's this template here? Like WASD, left click, right click, but why not a C? And pressing C here does nothing either from the looks of it. Oh no, it does, okay. It just didn't pop up in that box. But okay, that mapping is working at least. That's good. So I want to try one more time to get the controller to work, because I cannot play without it. No, it doesn't work. Super odd, because that was the one thing that was working on Linux. Also, let's get the mouse out of here. Unfortunately, now I have dash be on the opposite, like the finger that is the furthest away from jumping, but I guess I want to have... Maybe I could put it on shift, but I cannot use shift for playing, like... That's one of the reasons why I can't play games on a keyboard, because I cannot. I cannot probably use shift outside of, like, focusing in Toho games. That's the only time I can use shift without going mad, and mostly just because I'm keeping shift held for pretty much the entire time. God, this is gonna be awkward. I think once I'm through the tutorial, I want to try and get the controller to work one more time, because this is... Okay, so the point... Okay. Yeah, this is rather awkward for me. For what it's worth, though, you do kind of teach players that you can wall jump, although I wouldn't ever figure it out here if I had never played a Megaman X game before, so... Like, I would just think, I'd just be thinking I'm missing some kind of power-up or something. Since you're not really forcing the player to figure out how to use wall jumps. Like in Megaman X, you have this whole section with like the large robot that just fell down and destroyed the ground beneath you. So you had to figure out how to wall jump, because otherwise you'd be stuck. And here it was an optional thing. Oh, there's a lot of enemies on the screen at the same time, usually, huh? Why does Kazuzu have such a tiny head compared to the rest of her body? That That looks incredibly odd. Especially like comparing the sizes of the characters, like Kuzuzu compared to Sanae. They're kind of working on different. Well, I guess maybe not. Maybe it's just because she's so far in the background. But it looks like they're using different scales. How do I advance? Which button? Ah, enter. Yeah, this year was where the game crashed on Linux. For some reason, it just doesn't like boss doors. I'm having the feeling that I'm playing this in slow-mo right now. Oh no. I was thinking I could play this on my laptop. For what it's worth, I do have the ability to dodge everything now. Unless, of course, I run into it like an idiot, which I apparently like to do. I cannot clear this. No. Probably should have played that with a dash without the purple things coming out. Maybe I can... There we go. Yeah, sadly my laptop is not the newest model. I got that several years ago for when I needed to go to uni. Just so I have something to take my notes on and stuff. It is a gaming computer for what it's worth, but... what? How old is it at this point? Like 7 years old? Maybe a little less? It's old. Either way, we made it through the tutorial. Okay, L is safe. I'm gonna assume that I mapped that to C now. Yes. Okay, it's showing me... Wait, what? Okay, so if you hover over a file, it does not show you which kind of characters you have yet to beat anymore? That makes me anxious. Also, how to... Oh, okay, escape is full screen. Good to know. Oh, that reminds me, I should probably get rid of the menu bar. Okay, how do I get out of here? Like the escape, like the cancel button. Actually, I might not have set the cancel button on this here. Oh, the cancel button on my controller works though. Why? Why is my controller only working sometimes? It's working here on this menu! What the crud? Let's fight Cherno, I guess. I do like this jingle though. It's kind of charming. Okay, now I wonder, maybe I need to map, for my controller, maybe I need to map, what is it? Like the thumbsticks? Maybe that's why it's not working? Let me try that. Although from the looks of it, neither the attacks didn't work either, did they? Well, let's see. Nope. Yeah, I need to use the controller for menus, but the keyboard for gameplay. What the heck? Game! Oh god. Oh, this stream is cursed already. Also, I cannot see my actual, like, okay. At least this is still functioning, I think. OBS still works. Kind of. Yeah, because my computer is so ancient, I had to fiddle some things around in OBS. But hey, all my shortcuts for my avatar work. And I didn't think I'd be grabbing out my avatar this quickly after the last time. I was actually thinking, yeah, I'm only using this ever for like old games. And how many old games am I gonna stream anyway? Why could I not destroy the missile? I could destroy other projectiles earlier. You'd think that like ballistic projectiles would all behave the same way, as in you can destroy them. In energy projectiles you can't. Kind of like in the Saguri games, it's exactly the same in the series. Like I'm not surprised that I cannot destroy like huge orbs of energy. Like from this being young orb down here. But considering I could destroy the sunflower, I guess. I would have guessed that I can destroy any ballistic projectile. For what it's worth, though, I'm slightly and slowly getting used to playing with this on the controller. Not on the controller, on the keyboard. I'm only mispressing like every second button instead of every one. Uh-oh. Okay, at least you don't lose. Well, I guess I did lose all of my momentum, but you can... Why didn't I jump? You do have input still when falling down, and that's me dying. I'm kind of glad that there is slowdown for the bosses, if all the bosses behave like that. Because otherwise I definitely could get through here, not without a controller. Yes, I'm gonna keep talking about this. Oh dear. Yeah, you really should be able to destroy ballistic projectiles like missiles. It feels weird not to be able to. I guess the intent is to jump over, like this. But if I can destroy the sunflower, then yeah. Just consistency. Consistency is super important when making games. Otherwise the players will feel like they can't trust anything, that they have to learn everything from new every single time they come across something. And that's something you generally want to avoid when designing games. Okay, is this an ice platform, by the way? No. Boss door already. Seems like the levels in this game are going to be on the shorter side of things. Now, can I just bum rush you? No, because you have invincibility frames. That's not good for me. Not all the times, though, from the looks of it. Oh. I might be able to just hide on the walls, though. Like this. Which I guess has always been a thing in Megaman X games. To an extent. Oh dear. I'm sorry, Cherno, but I guess you got me the dash attack? And a freestyle, I guess? Oh wow, I just realized Keiki is in here. Hell, this game must be super recent. And then I realized, like, Cherno's from 2006, Remilia's from 6, Yuko's from 7, Aya is from 9, technically speaking. So is Komachi. Sanae herself is from 10. Tenshi is from 12.3, and then we have a character from 2016. That's quite a jump. I think Keiki's was from 16. Anyway, I need to save, so what was... see? Yes. That was the wrong button. Okay, yeah, Cherno's not grayed out. Okay. Anyway, I guess let's go in, like, appearance order, so let's go with the wrong button, I guess. Let's go with Remilia Even though there's no way in hell that... What? I thought I pressed familiar. And never mind then. Let me get out of here. I'm not fighting Cherno again. Okay, How do I get out of here? Not at all, it seems. Oh no. Don't tell me you have a pause button, but it only shows you the available moves you have. Let me press every single button except for the F keys. No. Well, I guess let's press the F key, F5. Because for some reason F5, I guess the idea is F5 is refresh, and that's why it okay. How am I gonna know which data is which when you don't display, like, which bosses I've already beaten? Anyway, let me try the same thing again. Like, I'm at Remelia, now I'm pressing enter. Yeah, no, I guess I must have accidentally selected Cherno. And zombies. Alright. Why is nothing working now? What? Game? Why is my controller working now? What? What? I don't understand. But sure, whatever, I'll take it. Now I cannot complain about playing badly anymore, though. And as per platformer tradition, Chandeliers will always fall down on you. Also, ooh, those bats are a little difficult to see. Dark sprite on dark background, you generally want to avoid that too. Like, this seems to be an intentionally colorful game, so you would always want to try to have your backgrounds muted, so you will always be able to see the sprites, like the foreground objects, no matter what. And if you absolutely cannot avoid a more colorful background, then you have to be very careful with which kind of objects you're using in the foreground. Like in this case, don't use anything black or generally dark with this kind of background here. 15 out of 10 game, yes. Well, it is, from the looks of it, made by a single person, so I'm willing to give it some slack. Although, yeah, objectively speaking, there is quite a couple of things that could be improved here. Also, I could just easily jump over that guy. Not sure how I feel about that. If we can easily skip an enemy, then why is that enemy even there? Is the question that I tend to ask. Okay, in this case, it might be a little bit more difficult because of the platform here above. But yeah, you have to be careful with dodgeable enemies. Unless, of course, that was the intention, that enemies can be dodged, in which case, I disagree. I feel like enemies, in this kind of game, a game where combat is a huge focus, I feel like enemies should never or only rarely be skippable. In a game like Sonic, though, where like the focus is keeping your momentum and stuff, and where enemies just die in one hit anyway, whether you kill them by dashing through them or by... Oh. Or by... Hey. Yeah, by skipping them. Okay. It seems like... Yeah, it seems like I'm unloading projectiles as soon as they're off screen. That's definitely abusable. I'm not sure if that was design choice or just part of the programming restrictions, but generally you want to have like a couple of blocks leeway with things despawning. And especially respawning too. You really want to make sure that objects don't respawn immediately once they're off screen. But that doesn't seem to be a problem in this game here. I'm not entirely sure how to feel about this segment here, since everything's falling so slowly, there's pretty much no danger whatsoever. Which I guess is fine. If it gets stuck on an enemy, it's still a little bit of a problem, I guess, but hey! This looks familiar. Straight from Castlevania. Camera snap. Okay, how do I get up here though? Can I... I have to be able to get to that health extension somehow, right? But apparently not like this. Oh. Okay, I guess that's an invisible staircase. Reminds me of... God, which Castlevania had that? Was it Super Castlevania? I think it was. Yeah, the Geno fight was pretty fun. Oh god, no! Oh no. No. I mean, I appreciate the Symphony of the Night reference, but I do not appreciate the which game was it? How was it called? Like Richter's debut game, but on the SNES instead of its actual like the TurboGrafx 16 incarnation of it. At least you could destroy the flame projectiles, that's nice. Oh dear. Also, while I'm... No, that's smug. What is angry? I guess surprise fits. At least the knockback isn't that bad. Like in the Super Nintendo Richter game, the knockback was so bad that if you got hit by anything, you were just dead. In this game, it's not nearly as bad, so I appreciate that. Okay, I'll take that. Oh yeah. So one big in-joke of the Toho community is that the Scarlet Devil Mansion always explodes for some reason. I don't actually know why, but it is a thing. So what it's worth, this game has its it knows its references. Anyway, next in order, Yuiko. Oh, I also gotta be careful with pressing. Thank goodness I don't remember what Shift F5 was for my emotions, because that's how I have my avatar mapped. Because Shift and the F buttons will still trigger this game's menus. Gotta be careful. Don't want to rewind this game. Anyway, how do I trigger Falling Gungnir? Down and triangle, which I have not mapped from the looks of it. Oh no. Yeah, no, triangle is not... Oh no, it is mapped. Ah, it has to be in the air though. Makes sense. It should... Well, I guess... No, it's not display. If something is conditional, like only in the air, you should have that shown in the button. Like the on-screen. Like here, for freestyle, dash plus triangle is fine, but down triangle here doesn't work on the ground, so you have to explicitly state while airborne. Otherwise it could lead to confusion. That was incredibly easy to kill for a giant cat. Oh god, Lily White! Run! Oh. These guys have a hitbox in this game, okay. I guess they did also have that in Megamari, I guess? Oh god, no, now I have to play Megamari after this, don't I? It's probably only my most played game of this channel. I'm still terrified. Oh yeah, the cherry blossoms have... How many lilies are there? Lily, stop it! One is enough of you, I don't need dozens. Yeah, how do you dodge the cherry blossoms from Lily? Didn't really seem like it had a lot of space for that. Also, I'm gonna assume that... What? I'm going to assume that spikes are instant death, and yet there lies... an health extension. Oh dear, I'm worried. Well, let's see. Yep. Maybe I get an ability for that later on? I'm going to hope that? Otherwise, this is essentially get this health extension at the exchange for your life, which is just a hard no. But I'm going to give this game the benefit of the doubt. I wonder though, can you like cancel out of here? Not really. I'm going to assume that the downward stab is super powerful. Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, there's barely any space between the cherry blossoms, so it's essentially almost like you must get hit unless you... Oh god, is that the intention? Just do a dash jump through it? Because that's awfully precise. That little hole here makes me really think that maybe you can send something to that one-up. Not one-up, but the health extension. And for what it's worth, you do collect it even after you die, so maybe it was bait? But maybe you were supposed to do something about it too. Oh god. You okay, Yoma? Okay, I'm gonna wait, I want to know the timing. And I'm just gonna skip you. I don't want to risk finding out how many hit points you have. That seems way too risky. Yeah, that spear seems very powerful. Okay. I'm just gonna wait here. And say goodbye. Okay, one thing that's a little weird, I guess you can see it better with the dash enabled. This arc on this wall jump. You can probably see it too, but like you just go to the left, stay for a little bit, and then you regain your movement. If you can, you should try to make this a little bit more like, bring a little bit more flow in there. Instead of stopping dead in the tracks, you would want to like slowly accelerate to the right. Or heck, even worse, if I were to go to the left, I still just am stopping dead at the center of that jump here. Even if I keep pressing to the left, so that's... I guess it's working functionally, but it doesn't feel very well. Okay, so at least this attack doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but I think there was no way outside of getting damage here. Well, I guess I could have retreated, but I couldn't have skipped it at least. So, good. For what it's worth, though, this game has a little bit of animation priority. Well, I guess you can cancel if you're... Yeah, if you're not button mashing attack, then you can cancel out of attacking. So that's good. Run. Does it sort of a hitbox while Yuma's not attacking? Nope. Also, now I was thinking like something looks weird about that sword, and yeah, it's like twice the size of Yoma. It is essentially Sephiroth's sword. Yoma Roth. Uh-oh, wait, what? Did I have hitbox after all, or did I hit Yoma's hitbox? Huh. I'm not willing to find out. Uh-oh. Ah! Never mind! Respawning also happens in this game. I thought it was only despawning. Yeah, in that case you definitely don't want things to de- and respawn immediately once they leave the screen. That's some like NES shit. Like, I can't say all about like that's intentional design choice, but whatever you want. I disagree. And I'm just tanking the hits here. Or else I'm just gonna take it from the spikes and die. So, are you gonna fly the entirety of the battle, Yuko? Because I can just do this. Oh, I guess I could still hit. Oh my god, they're aiming. Can I destroy the. No, I cannot destroy the butterflies. I have to dodge them. Meaning, damage race! Dreamcast slash. Oh, because. Yeah, you can see it here, like, Yuko has this little swirly thing on her, whatever it is that is on her head, and people keep joking that it's, looking like the Dreamcast symbol. Yeah, this game knows its memes. Alright, next up would be Aya, I guess? Let's start with Komachi, considering that Aya makes a reappearance in Toho 10. But technically we meet Aya first in Toho 9, so... Oh, also Tenshi's first appearance was in Toho 10.5, not 12.3. That was the expansion pack for that game. Sure, let's go with Aya, I guess. Well, I guess we're on the Yokai Mountain. And I'm going to assume that this water down here is instant death, as it should be. So let's not fall down. Do I have to wall jump up here? I do. I guess this entire stage is, or at least this first section here is just... That has a hitbox, okay? It's just like climbing up a waterfall. Is that tree a solid platform? I'm going to assume no. Yeah, I can reach the platform up above, so the tree's probably just here for aesthetic reason. Which means, that this segment here is incredibly precise. Okay, I made it. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Well, I guess you're dead now. Alright, they respawn. I guess I should just do that, but a little bit better. Oh, yeah. I know that's way too far at the bottom. Okay, it seems like I have to actually jump onto the log because otherwise I'm not jumping high enough. Yeah, otherwise I cannot reach it. Maybe that works though? Or, I guess that worked too. But I believe now I have to jump on top of the log because otherwise I cannot reach the other side here. Yeah, that worked this time. You again, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. I'm not gonna get hit by a missile. And it's not even worth defeating enemies if you can just bypass them without getting hit, because they just respawn anyway. What? Why can this attack destroy the missile? What? Why this one but not the regular one? There's no reason for that to be the case. Again, with consistency, if the player does not know what is the case and what isn't, then they at some point just stop bothering to try and figure out how things work. Because every time they find out something new, that we can't be sure that that it's going to work on something else. In this case, like I cannot destroy the missile projectiles with a regular attack, so why would I ever try out to destroy them with another attack? Unless it's an ability strictly from the Frozen Slash or whatever it's called, in which case you should teach the players that certain attacks can do some special things outside of just attacking or whatever. Oh no. Well, I guess you have to crank up the difficulty somehow. Don't tell me I actually have to jump on top of the upper log. I do? I guess that worked out a lot better than I thought it would be. That doesn't have a hitbox yet! Ooh. This section here is a little rough. But it's doable at least. Yeah, I feel like this game here is not really like the wall jump isn't responsive enough to work really well with for such a climb section here. It's a nice idea for what it's worth, but the game feels a little bit too clunky, in my opinion. Like, it's functional, I haven't died yet from falling. But it's only a matter of time. Yeah, it feels really stiff is the problem. Like, it's working, but it doesn't feel good. I would take Chirno stuff again over this anytime. I'm sorry, this is just with aesthetics. Also, I got a new ride, in the air this... Oh! Okay, this would have incidentally helped a little bit, I guess. With this, with a couple of segments here, but like, that slash is comically slow. Maybe speed it up a little. Whoop. Although maybe my game is just running slow right now too, because Sanae feels a lot more sluggish all of a sudden. Maybe the... what's it called? The things. The foreground effects. Maybe they slowed down my game a little bit. Okay, can I destroy the missiles with this special tactic? Can deal damage. So maybe I could always deal damage to it, to the missiles, but it just didn't explode because I didn't deal enough damage, and that's why I thought I couldn't deal any damage at all. At that rate, though, don't give your projectiles hit points. Or at least not more than one. Can you please move out of the way? Whatever. How? Okay, all these previous stages were super short. Why is this one so goddamn long? Oh yeah, I could always deal damage to him. Okay. Speak of the devil. Found the end of the stage. Highly appreciated. I hope I don't lose all of my... No! I guess the crashes aren't only on Linux? Oh no. And on this stage too. Oh no. This is bad. Which was... Oh, okay, that's my sad face. Well, God, it had to be Aya's stage too. I guess I'm gonna go over to Komachi then and try out Aya at the very end again. Sonic 2 out of all things, really? I would appreciate it, but... Okay, fish jump at me. Ghosts come at me. At least they all die in one hit instead of, like, a couple of hits. Looking at you there, Megamari! Although, strong spirits might still be coming. Also, you chose Sonic 2 and in fucking auto-scroller? Okay, there we go. Maybe it's just a... Nope, it's auto-scroller all the way through. I really didn't need a Sky Chase zone in this game. Also, Komachi's supposed to ferry us here. I mean, sure, she's the boss of the stage, but that... Like, if you make this a goddamn auto-scroller with an excuse that we have to ride a boat, at least have the ferryman actually be here. Don't let us ferry this boat ourselves. Yeah, but this game is a good description or a good example for gosh, if I knew a proper descriptor. Like, it's not style over substance, because, like, on a... Okay, now this is faster. Like, there's not, like, a lot of special effects or anything going on, it's not flashy or anything, but it has charm. But it's super clunky. But I guess the last stage was just clunky because my computer cannot handle it, so I guess I can't properly judge the last stage, unfortunately. I mean, this slash here is now like double the, the speed. Good idea about execution, yeah? Although I guess with dashing maybe? No? I cannot dash through here, really. Do I have to hop onto the boat now, grab it, and then how yeah, that's exactly what I have to do. Nice! I'm not sure how I would rate the level design of this game here, but definitely from the programming side of view, this does feel just super clunky all the way around. And that's kind of the sad part about this, because, you know, okay, I don't have any, like, good, like, I don't have any practice with level design and stuff like that, so I don't know how good or bad the level design of this game here actually is. But it doesn't, it feels okay. Doesn't feel as boring as the almost just straight level design in some of the Mighty Number 9 levels. You cannot skip an entire section, you can just skip individual enemies, which, alright. Oh! I think that was possible in Mega Man 2. Alright, Komachi. Don't do a death on me, please. Actually, she already is. They're spinning sickles. Nope. Got hit by an off-screen sickle. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. You cannot catch me today, Death! Double jump? What? Double jump? Really? Damn, that's good ability. That makes Aya stage infinitely easier. Also, I'm a save. I do not want to lose that progress in this auto-scroller, which for some reason had the opening screen of one of the fastest platforming games. Maybe I should use that for another level, I don't know. You don't have to play it, so it looks fun to you. Yeah? I kind of disagree with that. Like, it does... There are some fun elements in here. Yeah, Tenchi would be next. And man, am I glad that I have a double jump now. Charge the enemy. What's that a reference to? Yep, those are shaking, which means they are gonna fall down. And man, that double jump is coming in handy already. Ooh. Also that... So, oh no, I hope I can respawn this. Oh, no double jump while dashing, okay. Oh god. So, I like this the stage's song, I like the music, but it feels so much fast compared to all the other songs that it kind of feels out of place here. Still a really good song! This stage does not have Coyote time. Yeah, so, for those who don't know what it is, like, Coyote time is named after, like, a Wile E. Coyote. Like, oftentimes in cartoons you see how, like, a character doesn't actually fall down until they realize that they're flying above ground. or evolve in the air. So this is generally what's called coyote time in video games, when like you can do a jump even though you've been off the ground for a couple of... Oh! Good. Even though you've been off the ground for a couple of frames already. A lot of good platforming games have coyote time. I believe Mario is actually one of the examples that uses it heavily. Because, like, oftentimes you think you're still on the ground and then you're pressing jump. Or even by the time you press jump you were still on the ground, but because of input delay or like on-screen delay, you just didn't see that you had gone off the ground at the point that the jump was actually registered. So you would feel bad because, why didn't I jump? I pressed jump in time. Sometimes even though you didn't, but it felt like you had pressed jump in time. So you want to give the player a couple of frames of just, yeah, leeway time. I probably have to dash here, don't I? Nope. I guess the platform just had to carry me down a little bit. Don't feel great about that. You should indicate that, like, whenever there is a supposed leap of faith, you have to indicate that you either don't have a leap of faith, or you need to tell the player, like, okay, here is a line of rings or coins or whatever, jump this line here. That's the way to safety. Because leap of faiths are never a fun thing. Okay, this was the place, I think? Yeah. Another game, actually, that has coyote time and makes really good use of it is Celeste. So this was really just, oh yeah, follow down this platform. This is not a leap of faith, just follow this platform, and then you find another platform that you need to use and just stay on top of. And then there's no challenge whatsoever. Really? This was just a trap all along. A trap of how much you trust the game. Which, I guess I don't. Yeah, I guess I've played enough bad-ish games that I don't trust anything where it's like, okay, now I have to do a leap of faith. Oh, always assume the worst. Oh. Yeah, it's... I mean, there was some work put into it, so I don't demand that the game should be free, but yeah. I personally got it on sale, I think, for... I don't even remember, but I want to say like half off or like a quarter off, I don't know. That's a mighty long sword, Tanshi. That's longer than it usually is. Also not flaming. Where'd the flames go? This sword is supposed to be entirely made of flame. Wow, that hitbox for that sword lingers on for a long time. Yeah, I think that's the intended... Oh. The intended way, just hide out on top of here. Uh-oh. I was staying up here. I'm a coward. Like X. Uh-oh. Crud. One hit off. Yeah, I kind of agree that... I kind of disagree that this game needs a bit more polish. But... I don't know, like... This game does seem to be for the reason, considering that one of the newest Toho characters is in here. It's from the second latest game, but like the developer might still do some updates, hopefully. Although this game is not in open access anymore. If it ever was on Steam, I don't know. So who knows how much updating there's gonna be. Come on, Tenshi. Oh! Rude. We're supposed to run to the other side. Actually, I can just... No, she hits me either way. Okay. Damage race! Oh, air dash. Okay. I was just thinking, what is this? Just a dash? I already have a dash. But okay, air dash. That's nice. Utsuho is next. I cannot say that I recognize this opening screen here. It kind of seems familiar, but I cannot say that I do recognize it. Oh. Okay, screw this ghost. This tile set for some reason reminds me of RPG Maker though. It probably isn't, but it kind of does remind me of it. For better or for worse. Also, goddamn, the dash lasts for a long time. I do not have a dash while, like an air dash while I'm already in dash mode. That would be kind of nice if you could do that. But probably also incredibly broken, so it's probably for the better that you don't have that ability. What it's worth though, air dash does not seem to last as long as proper dashing. Oh, but I have a double jump if I don't dash, so... Nope, I cannot double jump into dash. Or air dash, rather. So it's either double jump or air dash, so that makes the air dash kind of pointless. Although I guess Megaman X also worked in that way, that at least you didn't have a double jump after dashing, so... I think in one of the games you did have a double jump, at least. It's been a while since I've played Megaman X. And I'm gonna be honest, I prefer original Mega Man way more over Megaman X. Or Mega Man ZX, which this is more based off of, considering that you have only a slash and no like projectiles, and that all of your upgrades are extensions of your regular attack or movement upgrades, rather than train of thought, where are you? Being hit, that's where it is. Rather than, you know, extra attacks that you can switch to. Although I guess you could also say this is just based off of playing as Zero in Megaman X games, which is entirely what Mega Man ZX is all about. Yeah, I just prefer classic Mega Man. It's simpler. You don't have to find health extensions, which, okay, while I'm at the topic of this, so in roguelites, there's been a recent trend, which the first time I saw it was in Hades, where like you can buy permanent upgrades after each run, which, well, you can then take into future runs. Which, I mean, okay, roguelites are always like this, where you can unlock stuff which you can then use in later runs, but in, for example, Binding of Isaac, I didn't get a health extension. Yeah, in Binding of Isaac, for example, you can unlock new items, which you can then find in treasure rooms or in shops or whatever. Uh, and then you can potentially find them. You find them sometimes you don't. Sometimes you unlock better stuff, sometimes you technically unlock worse stuff that you wish you never had. Also, Utsula, is that the best you can do? But yeah, every run is still the same, and no matter how many times you play, the only thing that's getting better is you yourself. Ooh, nice. But in Hades, at least that's the first game that I play that had that mechanic, you can unlock permanent health upgrades. So you just start the game with more health. Or you can find health regeneration. Every time you clear a room, you regain that much health. Or more attack power. Or extra lives. This looks familiar, but I don't know where this intro came from. Also, this background really looks like it comes from a Megaman X game. And yeah, long story short, I don't like roguelites where you unlock permanent upgrades, because when you start a game, you're at your worst. Because, well, you don't have any skill in that game yet because it's the first time you play it. So you don't know any of the enemies, you don't know how to read them, you don't really know the inputs that well yet. And on top of that, you also have next to no life, because the game decided to unlock more life behind playing the game more. Why? The game is actively harder. Or rather, the game is becoming more easy the longer you play. Instead, the longer you play, the more experience you get into the game, so the harder it should become. So it's the exact opposite of a progression curve that you would want to have in a game. And yeah, I just really don't like that system, and one of my friends got me to play, Gunfire Reborn, I think is the game called, which is a first-person shooter roguelite game. And it has that same mechanic where, oh yeah, if you play more, you get those resources with which you can buy permanent upgrades, like more starting life, more shield, more attack power, more money that you can bring into the game so you can buy better, or not necessarily better, but more stuff. And it just is really going against the entire matter of like the game's progression system that I think pretty much any game should have. It's so weird to me. Oh wow, that attack is insanely good actually. Yeah, it can be more fun to get more powerful, but that's what each individual run should be for. Like, of course you should be able to find, say, Brimstone in Binding of Isaac, and just decimate your opponents with it. And of course, in Hades, you should be able to find these the run power-ups where like you get more attack power for this run. But it shouldn't be that you unlock that and now you have that extra power forever. You should always start out at like the base minimum, and that base minimum should always be consistent too, in my opinion, in a roguelite. I mean, that's where the name comes from Rogue, which was a game where each run consisted of like 1 to 2 hours maybe in playtime. But, okay, maybe longer, I've never actually played Rogue. But you always started as a blank slate. And with roguelites, they do give you the ability to unlock stuff, so a run doesn't feel like a waste if you die before you made it to the end. And that should be good enough in my opinion, at least. Yeah, long story short, I don't like permanent upgrades in roguelites. I think it goes kind of against the genre and the entire progression system and difficulty curve. Oh, did not mean to air dash. I can't believe that I'm wishing a Mighty Number 9 mechanic was in this game here. And by mechanic, I mean just the ability to turn off double tap to dash. Why is this a thing? Anyway, Keiki. Now I'm at full health. Again, I missed the health up. That's unfortunate. Oh wow, the air slash actually deals quite a bit of damage. And does not make the enemy invulnerable. For better or for worse, considering that I'm now constantly getting hit because I'm too aggressive. Oop. Let me hit you, Keiki! There we go. Star creation, okay. I guess she copied the power of creation from Keiki. Okay, let's try again because I'm probably needing to beat her in order to make it to the end of the game. This is gonna be rough. Let's get my... Oh no, is Angry actually at... Yeah, Angry is at a 5. Crud. No determined angry face. It's gotta be the face of smugness while I'm going through this game again. I could also just go into OBS itself and enable like the angry face, but screw it. I only have one monitor on this computer. Because I'm pretty sure that considering the game's already like chugging a little bit, I don't think I wanna have a second control. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't think I wanna have a second monitor plugged in. Okay, now with the double jump, the stage should be incredibly easy though. Unless I'm trying to get cocky and skip things. What do I need to do for star creation anyway? What is that button? What is the button you're telling me to press, game? Is it R2? It is, oh. And I guess it's supposed to be like a bomb, because I only have 3 of them. I hope I'm regaining them at least. Oh wow, even with the double jump that's not enough. Yeah, let's start from all the way at the bottom again. Ah! Again, with a double tap! Do people even use double tap for dashing? I mean, they must, otherwise they wouldn't keep including that in games. But way too often, like whenever I'm using it, it just gets me killed, or hurt, at the very least. Like I remember one instance in, what's it called? Sonic not Lost World. Oh god, no, not that game. In Japanese it was called Sonic World 2, I think? Or what? No, Sonic World Adventure. Sonic Unleashed! There we go. Yeah, in Sonic Unleashed you had the, like, there were these werehog stages, where they were essentially like God of War kind of brawler stages, where just, yeah, you were slow, and you had to fight a couple of enemies! And yeah, there was some platforming too, because of course there has to be, it's a Sonic game after all. And for some reason in the werehog form, for these brawler stages, double tapping also was dashing. And then there were segments with narrow platforms. And guess how many times I fell into a goddamn bottomless pit because I double tapped, because I wanted to inch my way forward on top of these narrow platforms. Yeah. Especially if there is already a button for dashing anyway. Two even, according to the intro screen. In this game at least. If there is a button for for dashing anyway, you really don't need a third input method for getting the player to dash. At least in my opinion. And if it's something where, like, it's contrary to what you would normally want to do, as in you want to inch forward and now you're dashing instead, you really want to have a toggle for turning it off. Well, either way, this stage was a lot easier now that I have the double jump. Please don't crash. Did I make it this far last time? I think I did. Please don't crash, please don't crash, please don't. Nice! Oh wow, that barely does any damage. What is star creation ever good for then? It might be a screen clear? Like, it looks like it's supposed to be a bomb. Okay. I guess. How much damage does the spear do, I wonder? I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't wonder. I probably should just try to get Aya killed. Like she got me killed instead. Please don't crash. Okay. Let's try to clog in as much damage as I can while she's not dashing around. I'm going to assume that the whirlwind appears where you are currently standing when she does that, like the preparation for it. Or not, she might also just cast it exactly where you currently are when she casts it. So I guess you're always supposed to be dashing in that case? Wait, what? My health is that low? Oh. Oops. Last life. I guess I'm gonna be a little bit more defensive now. Yeah, I know, sometimes I don't get it. I don't understand where she calls them. Like sometimes she casts them where you are, sometimes she casts it where you were. Either way, you're dead now. Ah, yeah. Yay! Now, who's gonna be the Sigma of our Megaman X? Well, I guess it wouldn't be Sigma. Who's the bad guy in Megaman ZX? Well, I guess it's always somebody different in ZX. But apparently it's the Kappa? The Kappa had to blame for everything. But I guess he's a Tensoku attack, that's right. Oops, wrong button. Alright. No smugness left. Now it's focusing time. Well, so much for focusing. At least you get sent back to the stage select immediately. I appreciate that. Also, now that the game knows we have all the abilities, it probably expects us to actually make use of them too. Like, I couldn't clear that gap with a regular dash jump, so I guess I was supposed to do an air dash instead. Maybe? I mean, yeah, this is the final stage and all, but if a jump is only clearable by an air dash, and this has never happened before, you really want to teach the player in a safe environment first. Also, I'm gonna assume that I have to, yeah, like this here, we've never had this jump here happen any time before. So you first want to teach the player that you can even do that without having spikes to the bottom. Yeah, I guess this is the final stage, so you want to up the ante, but still, it's a little bit of a tricky situation considering the random nature, or not random nature, but like the fact that you can't do any stage in any order, so you never know which abilities we have access to yet. It's a little tricky with that kind of system. For what it's worth though, once you know that you have that ability— oh no god, no. Once you know you can do that, oh god, can I even bring that back? I might have screwed myself over just now. Yeah. Just why I'm gonna do it. Well, I guess I didn't do it exactly the same way again. This time I didn't shy away from— fuck. From attacking that idol. Nope, not this time. That's another thing, like, when I said you're priming a player to believe something is the case. Like last time, you told us in, which stage was it? In Tenji's stage? You told us that if a platform goes down, we cannot see anything else. Go down that platform and— oh no. Yeah, right down that platform and it will lead you to wherever you need to go. This time you expect us to do a leap of faith. For starters, a leap of faith is always bad because it's a noob trap. If you don't know what's coming ahead of you, will always die. And also, you primed us to trust in the platform and not do a leap of faith. So that was just bad. You need an indicator that we either need to do jump forward or, you know, don't prime us to begin with that we should trust to go down, to ride down that platform. Also, I'm just going to assume that these saw blades are going to be instant death. They're spiky. And this isn't Sonic. That's actually one thing that I'm really grateful about in Sonic games, that there's essentially no instant death. The only instant death in Sonic games is being crushed and falling down a bottomless pit, which are incredibly rare. Okay, these things looked like platforms to me initially, but I guess they're not. I guess they hurt you. That was it? One face only? I mean, I guess there's gonna be another stage now, yeah. But considering how— okay, I guess I only died to, like, instant death in this stage. But still, I was expecting worse from this boss here. Like, I was expecting a yellow devil kind of deal. Oh god, that was a platform. That's... Can I make it? I can, wow. For some reason, I don't think this was ever intended to to work. Also, Eurobeat? I mean, I appreciate it, I love Eurobeat, but that was highly unexpected. Oh, crud, that goes all the way to the ground, huh? I did not mean to hit Cherno. And there's no way out. Well, if I have to press F5 anyway, I'm gonna be determined now. Determined face. Good thing I always... What? Okay, I pressed that button like ages ago, and it thought I pressed it. Like, there is some heavy... what's the term for it? God, I don't know. Like, input buffer? Yeah. There's some heavy input buffering going on in this game. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, it's not instant death. That's good. And somehow unexpected, considering that spikes are instant death. Okay, now I know better with this platform here. Slightly better. I totally did that on purpose because I needed to... Okay, I pressed the confirm button while the game over screen was still active. Admittedly, I pressed it twice because I thought the first one didn't read, but... Okay, let's actually die now and get my continues back. Or not continues, but my lives. Whee! Okay, I'm pressing... Nothing. Okay, good. Don't press anything. Is what I just learned. Weird that it doesn't auto-highlight the new stage too. Delay would be a little bit different, input delay. Like, the input normally is really on spot, it's just for menus where no delay is expected. It just says, oh yeah, you probably meant to press when there is something to be pressed. And it carries your input until then. I did not mean to dash. I double tapped apparently. I don't even think I double tapped. I guess my controller is just too responsive to slight lifting off the thumb off the key, whatever. Yeah, I hope you're actually getting to listen a little bit. Nope! No more song for you! But I really like Eurobeat, and the good part starts when I'm dying. Ah, crud. Yeah, it's really weird that this stage has Eurobeat out of all stages. I mean, I guess no stage was really fast, but usually you expect Eurobeat songs to happen in, like, you know, racing stages. I mean, there is a reason why it's usually memed that, like, when Eurobeat starts, that initial de-drifting and driving happens. I'm not saying that Eurobeat can only happen in racing games, but, I mean, there should be something fast here. They shouldn't be waiting for this platform to reappear, is what I mean. Is this a remix of Our Hizard and Soko though? Or no? No. What is this? What stage is this music from? Wait. Is this Alice's theme? What does Alice have to do with this? Unless she's the actual secret final boss. And of course, in my head it's now playing, Marissa Stole the Precious Thing. Funny thing, actually, I just recently, like this week, rediscovered an old music circle, like Touhou Remix Circle, that I pretty much forgot all about. Like the last time, or the first time I found out about them again was during my Touhou Spellbubble stream. That I remembered, oh yeah, they existed. And recently I got a lot of their CDs, and then I found out, oh hey, this group had made a oh yeah, this is Alice's doing, huh? This group has made the song for one really old, like Touhou promotional video animation, or their song was used for that animation at least. And when I heard that song, it was like all the nostalgia came like flashing back, and yeah, but it made me realize just how long I've been a fan of Touhou, essentially. And I did kind of miss, like, back in the 2010s, especially the first half of the 2010s, there were just so many good Touhou promotional videos, which, like, they were entire animations, essentially. Like, only 1.5 minutes long, sure, but they were, like, just Google Chirino's Perfect Math Class or The Homework Never Ends, which are telling an entire story with their animation, essentially. And these kind of videos just aren't made for Touhou music anymore. It's kind of sad in a way. Or another thing you could search for is the Soundholic PVD, or promotional video DVD, I think it was. Like, because they were like at, I think they were sold at Comic-Cat. It was like a DVD with 3 to 5 different music videos, which tend to be of pretty good quality. And that stuff just isn't being made anymore, sadly. I mean, to be fair, for promoting your own remix circle, it's not profitable enough. And I understand that. Like, making an entire 1.5 minute animation takes a lot of money. So, it's understandable that it's not really being made anymore. And sure, promotional videos are still being made, but, well, they are on the cheaper side now, which is understandable, but also kind of sad. Or while I'm on the topic of recommending good promotional videos for Touhou music, Touhou Kinemakan. That's actually where gather my thoughts. Yeah, the Touhou Kinemakan, they made a couple of like promotional videos, and the song that I recognized and brought me back down memory lane was used in a Kinemakan video. I hope this thing respawns, but I'm going to doubt it doesn't. I'm going to doubt it doesn't. That's double negatives there. Right, death is here. Yeah, that slash just deals a lot more damage than a regular attack. Double damage, actually. Ow. Sorry, Komachi, but you're not gonna play. You're not getting to play during this boss battle. It does respawn, nice. Sure, let's go to the top now. Cheer now, we meet again. This time I have powers. Did you ever use that attack? I don't think she did. You know, that air slash seems incredibly powerful. Not only do you have 360 hitbox, but you also just deal a lot of damage, which I'm not going to complain about. But like, just look at me shredding Aya here. Oh, and then pressing the wrong button. Okay, I'm getting too aggressive again. That's how I died last time. But this time I had still more than half health! Utsuho, we meet again. And you are behaving differently from last time. Okay, how long is this gonna stay down here now? Because dodging you up here is incredibly difficult. Not that it matters, like this air attack just shreds through enemies. Alright, this was also just I guess you can, kind of. Oh hey, there's destructible butterflies. Huh. One other thing, like, I'm finding out a lot of things about these bosses in the refight. Normally their attacks should... Horobio. Whatever that means. Yeah, but like, normally like, their attacks should be frequent enough that all their attacks happen during the first battle, even if you defeat them on your first try. Like, I don't know if I just got lucky with a random number generation or something, or some attacks just are less frequent than others. Either way, Die Monster, you don't belong in this world. This background really reminds me of something. Something other than Megaman X, for that matter. There we go. That air slash is just ridiculous. Okay, also, what is the... What? What? I guess what? Can you still move while you are in... While you're in the menu? Because I was pressing to the right and I guess I walked through the portal? Huh. Because I wanted to look what the just trying the button is without being in the air. Or pressing any other buttons. Anyway, reference to Megaman X now, finally, Maverick Robot. So I guess, yeah, we are just fighting Sigma now. Now let me... No? Huh. I don't know why I got sent back out. I was already afraid that I had found the leaf Leave stage button? Huh? Whatever. So, phase 2? Phase 2. Yeah, I can't have a Sigma boss battle without a second phase. So, no, this is not a, this is a platform, but the taxi, okay. Now let's see if I can just rush it now. Not if I keep falling off by accident. Actually, I don't even need the platforms, I have a double jump, that's good enough. Huh. Yeah, what is that attack I keep doing by accident? On the ground without any input. There's Fan Cyclone. Oh. How strong is Fan Cyclone, I wonder? Ah, yes, it deals no damage. I know, the thing just didn't have a hitbox yet. Oh my god, you can deal multiple hits with the same, like, with a back attack, kind of. Like, if you turn around, the hitbox of your swords also turn around, so you can deal 2 hits with this attack that already deals more damage than a regular attack. Goodness! Oh no. This should not be a thing. Yeah. Also, that Fan Cyclone leaves you vulnerable for an incredibly long amount of time. I am not a fan of that. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's ridiculous just how powerful... Ah! How powerful your air slice is. Oh, no, that... Crud. Okay, last life. Not that it means anything considering that this stage consists of only 2 boss battles. Maybe a third one? Who knows? Well, the people who have already finished the game, but I don't. Let me hit you, please! Oh. Okay. What was that about? I would just teleport over to the right. Nah, I didn't like it, but I liked it better in the center after all. Gonna go back there now. Whatever. Yeah, that air slap. Ah, yeesh, double dash. I mean, double tap. That air slice definitely needs to be nerfed. The fact that I get hit with it twice in the same attack is just ridiculously good. I mean, I guess you do need to figure out how to properly time yourself and place yourself, but still. You did it, Sanae! You blew up this building, I guess. This underground base? I don't know. You defeated the evil Hizabin Soka virus. However, as we've already learned, it will come back in every single sequel, whether it has any right to do so or not. Cast. I think that's 2 people, yes. Although, doesn't the left just say Kochiya Sanae? Then it would be 1 person. Pretty much like I expected. From the looks of it, though, they did have several people on the music. Bad Apple wasn't this? Huh. Now, you're a beat mix too. How did I miss that? It definitely wasn't the Alice song, though. Oh wait, no, was it both the same song? Like Bad Apple and Alice's theme? Because both were Euromix. Whatever. Also, that's just a... you just unceremoniously booted us back to the main menu. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna close you down. Just unceremoniously. So, I expected this game to last longer. And I'm sadly on my laptop, so do I have any Toho games on here, I wonder? Let's see. Should be here, if anything. Only the fighting games. And, Nightmare Diary, I guess. Oh no. The same folder as Megamari. Well. I told you I'm gonna play it. What do you mean you cannot capture it? What? Do I have to? Alright, then let me window capture then. Where is window capture? Window. What are you even capturing now, OBS? Oh, that was my bad. There we go, Megamari. Okay, first things first. If I press any of the shoulder of the F keys, good, nothing happens. Gotta make sure of that, otherwise I might accidentally close down the game. Okay, the controller's even working, I'm surprised. Let's start with Chono, I guess. You were the first boss of the previous game, so you're gonna be the first boss in this game too! I probably should put in the YouTube title that I'm now playing Megamari, but Also, I need to, not necessarily close down OBS, but I need to put it this side because the Megamari game is currently put on top of the, like, OBS feed, and that's slightly distracting. There we go. I hope the sound button is fine too, by the way. Oh no. Oh no. I might need to go back to the main menu because I'm currently only pressing 1 button. Never mind, I can just press circle for shooting. That is awkward, but I'll do it. If I can play this game with a thumbstick instead of a D-pad, then I can play this with circle for shooting instead of square. Also, I'm already missing the ability to dash. Actually, what is the pause button now? R2, okay. I just realized Reimo and Marisa both didn't appear in the previous game. That's a rare occurrence. Like, usually in Toho fan games, even if they're not playable or bosses, Reimo and Marisa at least have like a cameo appearance. Huh. There we go. That said, Lily appeared in both games. Big Mushroom! Also, I'm gonna try and outrun Lily White because she's a nuisance. As she's meant to be. Yeah, she's also the big reason why I don't want to do Cherno stage first anymore. Although, like, Cherno stage is one of the more difficult ones because there's a lot of bottomless pits and there's going to be ice in just a matter of seconds, and Lily White. So I kind of like having at least a Scarlet shoot, or, well, I tend to use Red Cross, but yeah, I generally like coming here later nowadays and do Reima's stage instead first, because her stage is the easiest, but the Reima herself is a bit more difficult than Cherno. Goddamn Lily White! You respawn too often! Screw it, I'm out of here. Alright, R2. Yeah, this game here actually has a mechanic where you can switch freely between Reima and Marisa. Alice and Marisa. With Marisa having the higher firepower, but Alice having the better, like, technique, in a way. And an annoyingly noisy laser. Yeah, these platforms here, by the way, have slippery shoes. You can get around that, though, by just jumping the entire time. Like, if you land while not moving, you don't have any momentum anymore. So if you just keep jumping the entire time, then the ice doesn't actually do anything to you. Oh no, it's Tainabot. Tainabot, die! Screw it. I can't believe that I actually went under her. I tend to get hit by her instead. Also, now I got hit by two really avoidable objects. Crud, I'm almost out of life. Let's switch over to Alice then, I guess. Keep Marisa for when I need it, because Marisa deals more damage. But Alice, since she has a laser... Nope, Chili doesn't want to do it. For what it's worth, I can slide on this ice here and just face the other direction. Yeah, Shadow has a huge ice ball that she can throw at you, but I guess she doesn't want to do that now. Oh dear. Thank goodness we're having 2 health bars. This is Alice's weapon. Crud, I forgot to turn around. Had to get it in style. Yeah, I got the White Rose Cluster. One big thing in this game here is that depending on which character you collect a sub-weapon with, you get a different weapon entirely. Next in boss... Oh, that's another reason why I tend to not do Chiron anymore. But again, let's get the worst stage out of the picture now. Yeah, this stage is brutal. The most difficult stage of the entire game, if you ask me. And for the next stage, I want to have the room, but I need 4 sub-weapons for that. Yeah, I'm remembering again why I'm not doing Cherno or first anymore. All the bad stages come right after another, huh? But the music's good, so all is forgiven. Alright, that's a huge power-up. Well, I guess I don't need to be on the ladder anymore to kill Rimia here. Sorry, Rimia. Yeah, let's switch to Alice, because Alice's shot is actually slightly higher located than Marisa's is. So if something is just slightly out of reach, have Alice shoot at it. Yeah, I'm missing all the sub-weapons now, I just realized. Ugh, been forever since I've done that. Anyway, so White Rose Cluster. It's entirely useless here. It charges up to 3 stages. And I still miss. Okay. Oh no, it's gonna be dark for a while. This is bad. Yep. Should be safe here as long as I'm not getting hit though. Nice. Let's collect this. Nope. Retreat. The purple fairy will still continue to attack us. So that's a little bit awkward. Come down. Or closer, I guess. That works too. Right, so one of the good things about Alice's laser is that she can attack through barriers. Like the Prisma Resistors, Lunasa here just now, her violin blocks all attacks. And she has to attack herself in order to be vulnerable. And Merlin, who I just killed off screen just now, is the same. And Lyrica here as well, if she has the keyboard up. You cannot hit her unless you have the laser up. Actually, no, I need Marcel for this part. Or do I? Oh well. I don't care about the bunny, I'm just gonna skip it. Rip. Crap, I missed. Yeah, there is like, if you are having good timing. No, the timing is super off, is it? Yeah. If you have good time, you can do this thing here in just one go without being hit by the electric Kedamas, but I messed up. I don't remember the timing anymore. And Lunasa here always shoots at you with the center. Oh no. And she always shoots at you with the center row. So if you don't move, you can easily dodge it. Lyrica here just spews projectiles at random. And Merlin shoots it in a wave pattern. Really now, game? Medicine. I do not have any weapons with which I can shoot her from below, so I actually have to do this properly. But probably I mean getting hit. Yeah, it's been forever since I've done that stage here with oh god. With just Buster only, essentially. Although at least I'm not gonna do the boss Buster only because, oh god, 18 Buster only, hell no. This stage essentially combines the most difficult stage with the most difficult boss. Also, it's the Dust Spikes. Be careful to remember the layout. Also difficult to see platform here. Whee! And here comes the part why I hate the stage. Well, not quite yet. But coming up in a second. This! These little bunnies respawn indefinitely. You have to lure them into a proper position, otherwise you're getting hit while trying to dodge them all. And in a segment coming in just like 2 more enemies or something, if you ever stop, you're gonna get hit. It's basically how it works. Because if you just run through everything, you're gonna have good timing. Like, oh no, I messed it up. Shit. Yeah, take the hit. It's so difficult to dodge them all. It's the problem. Alice, I need you. Oh, there's so many bunnies on screen! There's always new ones to spawn. Ah, crap, messed that one up too. Like, once you get them off sync, it's even worse. But it seems like I've made it now. Not unharmed, but as well as I can, really. Ah. So I'm going to regret doing that, but over to the left here is an E-tank. You know what? No, let's not. I could grab the E-tank, but there's a 90% guarantee that I'm going to fall down to a bottomless pit because of the never-ending amount of bunnies and, and robots. Anyway, Erin, you're not going to save me, unfortunately. Now these projectiles here, the green ones, can be destroyed, and I'm not even going to bother trying to figure anything else out. Like, I probably should just be using the White Rose cluster here, but I'm so close to death that I don't want to waste the weapon energy. Beating 18 Buster only is almost impossible for me. It's doable, obviously, but I cannot. Okay. Another thing about the White Rose cluster. In stage 2 and 3, oh no. It does not get destroyed if you hit an enemy with it while you're still charging. In fact, in number 1 though, yes, very much so. So I want to be sure to not get hit and not hit anything while the White Rose cluster is still in level 1. This was Alice's weapon too, I believe. Marisa's was... yeah. Marisa's version travels on the ground and shoots one... like, Marisa shoots 2 projectiles, one travels on the ground, one travels on the ceiling. Alice's version shoots diagonally from the top and goes downwards, well, diagonally. It's kind of difficult to use, but super powerful. I think this is the only time where Alice's weapon is actually more powerful than Marisa's version. Which is why I tend to go for Alice's version. Anyway, Yuyuko. We fought you the last game, but in this game you're actually a threat. Yeah, the bosses the last game were really easy, all things considered. Especially once I had access to the air slash. And this guy's gonna pop up. Get close enough. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, these red spirits here, they take a lot of hits and they track you. Rude little spirits. Hey! The blue ones though, just one hit and then they're done. They do track you too though. The pink spirits though, they just go in a wave pattern and don't really mind you or anything. So I will not mind them either. Ah, crud. One thing to note with Marisa is that you can only have 3 projectiles of hers on screen at the same time. So if you're close to an enemy, you can machine gun fire at them. But if you are far away from them and the projectiles first have to travel for a while, then yeah, she can shoot a lot less projectiles only. Come on, Lyrica. Thank you. Or alternatively, if a projectile bounces off of an enemy, that projectile still counts towards the 3 projectiles limit. So you want to be really careful about that. These little grey Kadamas here can be destroyed if you have either of Remus weapons, but I don't. I guess it's not the hole yet. Yeah, starting from this hole, spirits will come shooting up in regular intervals. Okay. So I've been constantly talking about enemies that, like how it's bad if you just can't avoid enemies. And this stage is a pretty good example of like a design where technically you can skip enemies. Like I can skip these ghosts here no matter what. But because they will chase me down, I really don't want to skip them. Unless of course I'm close to the end anyway. Or a lot of the other enemies, like the Gadamas that just hide under a bucket, like this one here. Like, sure I could skip it, but because they're gonna shoot at me from behind, like they can turn around for Christ's sake, so I really don't want to skip them. Even though it's technically easy to do. Or Lily White here. She's gonna chase me down, so screw you, Lily. Nah, don't. Like, I'm actually engaged with all of these enemies here because it's either difficult to dodge them, or because if I decide to dodge them, I'm going to regret it at a later point in time. And that's what I personally think is good enemy design. Alright, and here's why I usually want to have at least... wait. Okay. Why I want to have at least 4 sub-weapons so I get the broom that Marisa has, because Marisa's broom is Rush Jet. Meaning, I can just skip a whole lot of this crap. Well, not here specifically, but the next screen at least. Like... crud. An entire screen with nothing but spikes at the bottom and disappearing Yoko blocks. And at the very end of the screen, you get a reward for making it all the way there. At the top, no less. Or if you have the broom and just fly all the way up there, you get it for free. All things considered, though, the Yoko blocks aren't that bad, I guess, but I've memorized the pattern at this point. Kind of. Anyway, we almost have a full life, so let me try Yuikov. Let me try to fight her with just Marisa for a bit. Grub. That jump above these spirits is a little bit tricky. They also repel your projectiles, but if you time it well enough, or just mash like I do, you can usually shoot through them too. If Yuiko summons them up here, they will expand like this, and get me hit. Oh crap, so many spirits! Yuika can also... goodness, my aim is terrible. Yuika can also spawn exactly above the spirits that she's summoning, and that is unfortunate. So you really want to be careful and fast about jumping over them. Yuiko's weapon was Alice's too. Marisa summons a swarm of butterflies that shoot diagonally upwards, and Alice gets a shield of ghosts. Which I'm gonna abuse against Wily Stage number 1. Now, people might be thinking, oh my god, you have so many abilities for Alice. Does Marisa not get any of them? Now she does. We're finally making it over to Rayma, who I really should have started with because while she's technically weak to Yuyuko's weapons, well, you will see once we make it to her. Hey Bluma, please don't jump on my laptop. She's thinking now. Should I listen to this person's request? Or should I not? I am the boss around here after all. So why should I listen to a mere human? Right, Bluma, that's what's going on in your head, right? Now let's just get these guys here. They are surprisingly easy to dodge, all things considered. If we take the upper path here, we get some health recovery, and some enemies we cannot shoot currently, but if we stay at the top for the entire time, then hopefully it won't matter. I fall down, whatever. Bluma, you have been greeted. Don't you want to say anything in return? I take that as a... Oh god, I take that as a yes, she's on the table. Ah! Everybody run! No. I'm not sure why I tried to destroy that fair. Oh god. Too many projectiles on screen! Abort! Abort! Also just casually destroy her Rayma's donation box. She probably won't mind, there's never anything inside there anyway. Oh god. Thank goodness for invincibility from all sources of damage. Because those spikes are insta-death, like in Megaman fashion. Also, we've now destroyed the second donation box. At some point, the Rayma must be getting angry at us, but eh. Oh dear. Yeah, the donation box on top here actually aims at you. As long as you're in range, at least. Maybe we can make it spawn some health. Because I'd really like to, have Marisa available. But she's currently in one-hit range. I probably can just use, like, White Rose Cluster for damage right now. Assuming I ever get to charge. There we go. And there's another fairy hidden over here. Is it dead? Seems like it. Because all the way back there was a knee tag. Unfortunately, some of these enemies here have now respawned. But I think this is the only stage where you ever notice that enemies respawn. So I don't mind it nearly as much here as I did in the previous game, since it's really a rarity. And the respawn range is not as bad, I guess? Okay, we're right in front of Rayma's doorstep, but probably... come on! That health sadly has disappeared. To this day, I don't know how to actually get those health ups up here. Maybe you can use the broom? But like you would have to summon the broom in mid-air, then jump on top of the broom, and then I don't think you have enough height for that. Maybe you could ride the blue yin yang orb? But always... But like it spawns at such a bad time that I don't really have the ability to do so. Anyway, I'm just gonna show the reincarnation ghost because I'm not gonna make it through anyway. Through Rayma, I usually just fight a Buster only even if I have a weakness. Because Reincarnation Ghost, how it works is you summon these, hit the enemy with them, and then she summons the Young Orbs and is invulnerable, and wow. And kill her with it. This is the first time that Reincarnation Ghost has worked for me. Well, I guess I got lucky. Like, the first Young Orb that the dame can summon appears to be random. Like, I think she always summons them at fixed points, but you can summon one super early as well, and once there's a Young Orb lying around, or bouncing around rather, any ghost that this orb comes in contact with just disappears. So, anyway, now that we have the first weapon with Marisa, let's use our holy powers to defeat Remelia Scarlet. Yes, it was Remelia. Just had to do it a second take. Like, was it actually Remelia, not Sakia? No, Sakia was weak to her mistress's powers. Also, welcome to the worst boss in the game that isn't Alien. Alien is difficult, but, well, Remelia can chain her attacks and is super quick on her feet. I don't like her, but she's kind of a pushover if you have her weakness. So I guess that's how it balances out, not sure. But her stage is fun, for what it's worth. Lots of climbing. I guess Reincarnation Ghost could be useful for this stage here. I never have Reincarnation Ghost coming in here, so this is a new one for me. Ironically, the best ability for stair-related stages is Sakia's attack for Marisa, because that attacks at an angle. Not Marisa, for Alice. But Sakia is weak to Remelia's weapon, so you will never have Sakia's weapon when you come here unless you're doing things out of order. Anyway, that worked surprisingly well. Now let's lure that Kadama into a bottomless abyss. And this one. Ooh, okay, the next room is brutal. I don't know how to get through there without taking any damage, so let's see if the Reincarnation Ghost... Oh, right. Screw you, Mei Ling! Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking with this room. Like, how are you supposed to get through 4 enemies in one room, like... and one of them being like a mid-boss. Like, I defend this game to my death, but that room is not one that I'll be... it's not the hill I'm dying on, is what I'm saying. Like, that room is just BS. I do wonder though, how does the speedrun... like, what does the speedrun do in that room with 4 different enemies and a Mei Ling? I wonder. Maybe I should watch a speedrun of this game. Yeah. Also, I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. Like, why did I think I could jump over that? I'm taking a ton of damage here. Oh yeah, one thing to note with Alice's laser is that she does deal regular amounts of damage if you're close to the target. By regular amounts, I mean just the amount of damage that Marisa deals. But potentially faster, so I'm not entirely sure. Maybe she can even deal more damage than Marisa on close range. Not against bosses though, because bosses have, well, invulnerability frames. I probably should just switch to Alice and just ignore these silly crows. Or not. I think I could have just jumped over there, I don't recall. Like, just completely ignored them all the way to the left. I mean, right. Ah, crap. I guess I don't need reincarnation ghost anymore. I'm just about to go to the boss. And I still have 1 extra life, that's good. Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot hit Merlin from here because the first Kadama is actually blocking me. So... Crud. Okay, now that I've angered the Kadama though, for some reason my laser can go through. Not sure why that works. But I'll take it. And that was a miss. I barely have any life, I'm just gonna take the loss. I believe you do keep your E-tanks upon getting a game over, so... And if you don't, then well, crud. And that's why I didn't bother wielding the Yingling Orbs. Remelia is just... very difficult. She's speedy, she can chain her attack together. She does this attack sometimes. Bye, Remy. And this would have been her, like, last-ditch effort attack. Anyway, most people recommend to get the Scarlet Shoot for Marisa, but I like having the Holy Cross, so Alice it is. Oh, it's the bloody cross for some reason. It's translated as a bloody curse in here. And for getting 4 of Phyllis's sub-weapons, we get the slightly awesome Shanghai doll. Just slightly awesome. It's not quite finished yet. But for defeating Remelia Scarlet and now having the bloody cross, we are now equipped to defeat Sakya Izuyoi. And meet Mailing again. I was just in your castle, why am I back outside? I don't want to have to fight the Gatekeeper 3 times. But this music here is just fantastic. And surprisingly enough, this entire game does not have any remixes of official Toho music. Everything here is entirely original. At least I think so. Maybe there's one or other remix that slipped past me, like maybe a jingle or something, but all the stage and boss music is, as far as I know anyway, 100% original. Not sure what Lyrica's doing down here. She cannot actually hit you. And that stair or that ladder that's down there, you'd think this is some kind of path you can eventually reach, but I've never found it. As far as I know, this is just a bait. Maybe some leftover level design for like a part of a stage that you were supposed to get to, or maybe just a reason or like an excuse for how Lyrica got down there. Who knows? Can I? Oh no, I messed it up. Normally I can have one of these 2 fairies fall down this little hole here. But nope, not today. Doesn't matter. I can skip you guys. Yeah, these iron spikes, I guess. They just deflect your projectiles, so... Gotta use Alice if you want to attack through it. Ow. It's weird now, I did go a different order than normal. Ah, crap. That's a good hit. But I still don't have Raisin's weapon, which you need to get that 1-up over there. And an easier path in general. Because then I could have just gone the left path, which... well, didn't have that crusher. Oh no, okay. If you're really precise, you can actually hold on to that ladder down there. But you have to be really precise, and I only sometimes get that, get that timing down. No. Skip one platform, and there we go. Alright, now we are on the final ascend before the boss. And one more Tay and a robot, I believe. There should be a Tay and a robot suit, right? Or if there's one of the stages that doesn't have it. Oh no, we had Lyrica here instead. Lunasa, I mean, not Lyrica. How could I mix you two up, really? How dare I? Anyway, the weakness is on Alice, so I guess I could just try and beat her with Mari Buster only for a bit. Yeah, Sakia likes warping around and throwing knives that then bounce off the ground. But at some point you learn how to read those knives and kind of know how to dodge. Kind of, not entirely. Yeah, the red knives here, they're just fast and go forward. The red knives in the sky don't actually bounce either. And in a second, there we go. Final phase. In my opinion, the easier phase is what I'm saying as I get hit. And I'm about to die. Yeah, like the knives are all so slow in this phase that it's generally easy to dodge, but Sakia for some reason decided to hide out on the left side of the screen, which she never does. So I guess, oops. Okay, let's actually, not joke around anymore. Usually she stays more in the center, so it makes which makes the knives a bit easier to dodge, but not this time. Anyway, new weapon. The 1,000 knives? 10,000 knives? It's essentially a screen nuke. 1,000 knives, okay. It's a screen nuke that also stops time for a bit. So I primarily have it for one stage that's upcoming, and so that Alice doesn't have 7 out of 8 sub-weapons. For what it's worth, Marisa gets another one, so it would be only 6 out of 8. Knives are good against swords is high? Yeah, that's how it was. And another banger of a song. Seriously, I cannot listen to the soundtrack without having a smile on my face. It's just so good. Also, hey Akamachi. This time you're rowing a boat at least. Well, I say rowing, but you're kind of sleeping, so, well. Oh dear. But it is canon that Komachi tends to sleep on the job, as in she just sleeps instead of ferrying stuff. Normally, while ferrying, she's actually super attentive to the job, mostly because she likes to ferry the spirits of the, of people that are more on the criminal side of things. So, they have good stories to tell. What can I say? She likes listening to bad guys' stories. Okay, having Yuyuko's ability here is actually super helpful. Makes really short work of those ghosts. I was never asleep. Nope, not at all. Hope you enjoyed your ride with the Ferryman Express. By the way, even with the broom, you could not make it all the way over the ferry ride because you would run out. I tried. And even if it didn't run out, you would probably die by the hands of a ghost. Well, Alice needed a little bit of healing. Yep. Yeah, this staircase probably could also be really good to have the reincarnation ghosts. But yeah, these singing orbs here also destroy our reincarnation ghosts, so that's why I generally don't even bother with them. And because I generally don't have Yuko's ability at this point, because she's usually the last person to tackle. So I might use it on the next flight of stairs though. Ah, the three Prison River sisters. There's not even a fairy in their name. They're not even fairies at all. Yeah, they're just a cluster here. Really annoying to deal with. But once the first one's gone, you can take out Merlin, and then Lunasa is barely any trouble either. Well, I say barely, but she's still annoying. Die, Merlin! Okay, Lunasa just has had all three names at this point. Okay, let's actually try out the reincarnation ghost. I don't need it for the boss, so I might as well try it here. And it's gone. Yeah, that's about how it works. Same with the bloody cross, but at least I can use it a bit more consistently. Oops. Unless, of course, I throw it straight up to the air. Like a good cross. Yeah, I just love the bloody cross. It's such a good ability. Comes even back if you miss. Marisa's version of that instead just shoots one projectile instead of a returning one. It has infinite range and leaves like a trail behind that will deal damage, but as long as the trail exists, you cannot shoot a second version of this. Meaning that if you miss, you're gonna be in a bit of pain. And I like missing. Also, what it's worth, you can destroy the blue yingling orbs. I just don't bother because they take forever to kill. It's just easier to jump over them, and probably also what you're intended to do. Especially since the top of the yingling orbs is actually solid and doesn't hurt you. And I'm pretty sure some of these lanterns here become alive. Try to shoot at you. Maybe not. I thought they did in this stage. I'm actually fully full on health, with no extra life, so I'm better not playing around. Is what I say, but I can't actually kill a Yoma with the sub-weapon alone. Because it only has 3 charges for Marisa? Which is why I don't like 1,000 knives, but instead the silver knives that Alice gets. Yeah, Yoma's just annoying to deal with. She's super agile, and depending on where she creates those waves, I think she's down enough now. Depending on where she creates them, you either have to jump over them from the top platform, or you have to hide beneath them like I do right now. And that might be blocked. It's not, okay. And there's another ability for Alice. The Rolling Slash. Which is a super close range attack. And the only reason I'm giving it to Alice is because of one of the later stages. Otherwise, I think Marisa just got a super close range, like, energy wave, like essentially like the ones that Yoma shot. The teal ones. But it's not actually any important. Also, let me close the window just real quick. Not sure if the neighbors were picked up the microphone, but I could hear them. Yeah. And for one more time, within the rotation of the first 8 bosses, we have one more banger of a song. I really don't want to talk over the song, it's so good. It's like, so many of these songs in this game are just so cheerful and like fun music. I really like it. Also, that was the worst job I could have done. And I'm gonna pay desperately for trying to skip all of these guys. Like I can, in theory, but they keep gonna shoot at me. They'll chase me down until the ends of the earth. Okay, maybe not this far. But I probably took way more damage by trying to ignore them. And that's how it should be, in my opinion. If you try to skip an enemy, you should have to worry about dodging them for the rest of the screen. Also, these bamboo... Welcome back. These bamboo... spears? I don't know. This sharp bamboo at the ground here will instant kill you, so be careful. Yeah, we have a return of Rumia in this secret stage here. And the first and, as far as I know, only weapon recharge capsule. Yep. And the 2 bunnies and the robots up there, I don't... Well, I guess you can destroy them with sub-weapons, but it's not worth it. There we go, nice. So one of the few things that I think are really unfortunate in this game is you see this ladder behind the health bar here? I didn't the first couple times playing this game. I keep forgetting that it's there, or I kept anyway. Nowadays I actually do remember it. But yeah, it's really unfortunate that the ladder just gets covered up by the health bar. They should have relocated it by 1 tile or something. Oh, wow, that jump was a lot closer than I thought it would be. I cannot hit you, at least not without a sub-weapon, so let's not. There's probably a better way to deal with all of that, but that was the way that I chose. Oh, nice giant mushroom. Excellent! Take! Another giant mushroom if you dare jumping above the instant death spikes. I don't, and I really don't have the life gain necessary considering that I'm back full health now. Ooh, that was a close one. Now I could use a sub-weapon to defeat these Kodama here. But why? Okay, there's a one up there that I desperately need. You can make that jump without the broom. but it's infinitely easier with a broom. They're both shooting. Oh god. Wow, and I didn't even get hit by the projectiles. Huh. Okay, that thing's dead. I always hate this jump here. I always think that I'm gonna bump my head against the ceiling and then just plummet right into the spikes. But it's actually a lot easier to dodge than you'd think. Speaking of, I don't think that Kodama can hit you if you're a bit further to the right than centered. That's not an endless trail, good. Might as well. I don't think I need the room for anything else in this stage anymore. And that's gonna be the last day in a robot. Well, in the robot master stages anyway. Sweet, almost full health. Don't fall into these spikes, that's really dickish. Alright, Raisin. Since I have her weakness on Alice, let's just weaken her a bit with Marisa and see how far we're getting. Probably not all too far, considering that I suck at this boss. Okay, let's be real here, I suck at most bosses. I did do this game Buster only at one point. And I also did it Marisa only and Alice only. Oh god, Alice only was such a mistake. But like, I was practiced when I did these runs. Now I'm not. Alright, now that we have the third and final weapon for Marisa, we can move on to the Pachali stages. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of Psycho Missile or... I forgot what Alice's version was called. Like, both weapons are... they exist. I usually just use them for exploited vulnerabilities. Also, as much as I appreciate that they wanted to get the Wily sound right, they overdid it a little bit. Man, that sound is annoying. But it's getting offset by the look of this castle here. It's so adorably cute and dumb, I love it. With the triangle mouth and stuff. Also, it's really unfortunate that the projectiles blend in with the background here. Same. The same complaint that I had with the last game happens here. Make sure that your foreground objects don't blend in with the background. The overall quality of this game here is a lot higher though than the Sanae Toumaden X, so I'm more forgiving with some minor discrepancies that happen every once in a while, but it's still something that should not have happened. Like, how did they not go into playtesting and think, I cannot see the projectiles here. This is fine, this is perfectly fine, no need to change anything. Like, how? Is what I'm saying, and yet, so I've made a mod for Slay the Spire, and some of the cards that I made for that mod were just, oh my god, where like, when other people pointed out that, yeah, no, this isn't really that good, and I looked over it again, I thought, how the hell did I not realize how dumb this is? I don't have any actual, like, examples right now because I forgot. But yeah, some of the cards that I did were just really dumb and should not exist in the way they did. And the only... okay, let's... what's the best here? Probably Red Cross? Oh crap. Now the only reason why those cards in my mod are fixed now is because patches. Thank God for patches! Okay, I'm at a reasonable life total again for both characters. I probably cannot grab it in time. Nope, disappeared right as I was about to grab it. Yeah, slightly to the right of this pillar here is a perfect safe spot against Merlin. Not necessarily against the NASA, but her ape sucks anyway, so nothing to worry about. Yeah, sorry, the NASA. There we go. No more node projectiles to worry about from now on, I believe. And for this instance here, you are actually required to use the broom to get up here. No other way to otherwise progress the stage. It's really weird in a way. And that jump is rather clunky. Which is the unfortunate part, really. Ah, crap. So many enemies on screen. These guys I think are just meant to evade, but just pressing the up button evades them, so I'm not entirely sure. Either way, just climbing up works, so I'm not complaining. Oh dear. With how sloppy I'm playing this stage, I'm worried for the upcoming boss. And this segment! Oh crud, I messed it up immediately. I only have one more extra life. At least I remembered how to deal with these fairies. Okay, let's do the quick lasers. I think they were quick commands, right? And let's cheat, I guess. Or not. Or yes? Or yes. Yeah, the time stop lasts for a long time. Oh! Get stuck. When in practice I can do this segment without time stopping, but I'm at my last life, and the lasers are instant death. So I'm not even gonna bother. I really don't know why they decided it would be a good idea to bring the quick lasers back. Did anybody? Well, probably the developers liked it, otherwise they would have brought it back, but... having no time to react, essentially, and if you do a misstep, you're dead, is not good. And the reasoning of, oh, but half of the time you have the ability to stop time, so it's perfectly fine, is also not something that I agree with. Yeah, I'm full enough on life, I think. I don't want to risk jumping with spikes. I might just die from a bottomless pit anyway. Crud, what was Yukari weak against? Oh no. Oh no. I think I usually use the Bloody Cross because I can attack upwards. Oh crud. Crud! No! I'm out of practice! Oh, I had an extra life still? Nice. When did I get another one? I thought I ran out of them all already. Weird. I'm not complaining though. Now let's just have the bloody cross equipped to begin with. Okay, second attempt, and also the last one, unfortunately. Yeah, Yukari is actually weak against the Scarlet Shoe, the Marisa's version of the bloody cross. So I don't have any weaknesses against her. Ran and Chen, on the other hand, are weak against Reincarnation Ghosts, so I can just stay as Alice the entire time. Unless I know that I'm gonna take a hit, in which case I better switch over to Marisa to tank it. Yeah, for what it's worth though, even though Yukari is not weak to Bloody Cross, it still clocks quite a bit of damage on her. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I do not like being immediately under Yukari. Yep. Okay, the worst of the two Shikigami are gone. Come on, could be a platform. Yukari, you gonna reappear? There you go. There we go. Nice! Only that once to her. Not a record, but I'll take it. I'll gladly take it. Yeah, the big problem with Scarlet Shoot in this battle is since it doesn't, since you cannot shoot a second one if you miss with it, you're essentially wasting an entire turn if you miss. So you have to be super careful. Which is why I just use Bloody Cross instead. Far more reliable. Hey, Jezebel. Yep. Forgot about that little bugger. Please don't jump on my laptop. I know you like to do that, Jezebel. Like the little witch you are. I mean, in that case, she fits right in with Alice and Marisa. Those two are witches too. Well, kind of. Have a 1-up for the low price of some energy from my broom. Reincarnation Ghost up, Bloody Cross up. I don't think I'll ever use the 1000 Knives again, except for the inevitable boss battle. Yeah, this is another segment where you cannot make it across without the broom. Which is really weird. Like, sure, they give you 2 weapon energy ups, so you can fill your energy up for it, I guess, but why? Like, there's no skill to that segment outside of having to time your jump correctly for getting up, but that's about it. So what's the point? Grabbed a little too early. Again. I could just destroy that grey little thing down there, and I probably should at this rate. There we go. Awkward. There we go, that's how I had intended that. What was... okay, you're entirely safe as long as you're standing here. Even jumping, as long as you don't jump too high. Sure, let's actually level it up a bit. I don't think I'll avoid a game over, unfortunately. So filling up my weapon energy doesn't do a whole lot. But whatever. Okay, let's top off Marisa here. I don't have any need for the mushroom tank down here since I'm already full on tanks, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, these guys here, be careful not to just indiscriminately kill them because they point out a fake floor for you. Otherwise, you just have to use your broom or pray that you don't accidentally fall in. Where was it? Oh no. Okay, I can make that jump. Just like I can ignore this bunny, I guess. It's more difficult to actually destroy it than it is to just dodge it. Okay, that's another jump that I'm always dreading. I don't like these really narrow jumps where there's a ceiling right above your head, above a bottomless pit. I'm always afraid that I bump my head, which has happened before, which is why I'm afraid of them. It's just too easy to bump your head and then fall into the bottomless pit. Doesn't happen often, but if it happens, then you're kind of screwed. So funny thing. Yeah. Just skip a little bit of the level. Not sure if that's the intended way or not, but if you try from the lower platform, like what the Kodama is at the bottom here, if you try to jump to that ladder, you cannot hit it. You always miss it, so I guess you're supposed to climb it up the way that I was, or use the broom, which is how I used to do it the first couple playthroughs. But, I don't know. Anyway, do you guys like the Yellow Devil? I don't. But here she is. I probably should be Alice for this battle here, to tank some damage. Because Marisa, for once, has the weakness of this boss here, which is the Yin Yang Orb. I don't think she's weak to the talisman that Alice has access to. But even if she was, the talisman is just so much weaker than the Yin Yang Orb. And the only thing that the talisman can do is, Alice's talisman. Nope. Crap. Yeah, it homes in on enemies, but there's pretty much no point to it, really. Almost. There we go. I was just missing one shot. Alright. Now, how much do you like Super Mario, Marisa Bros? Bros, I mean Marisa on her own. Yeah. No second health bar in this stage here. I do have another extra life. How do I keep getting those? I'm not complaining, but... This stage here unfortunately has a couple of of dangerous pits. A few too many for my liking. Yeah, let's recharge that room. I probably need that more than the Yin Yang Orb. Although I probably need both, let's be real here. That fairy is amazing at dodging. Oh god. Just a little bit of health. Not even gonna bother with that. Okay. Nope. You wouldn't think that it could just fall down here. You'd think that wall here is a wall, but nope. It's well, not transparent, but You can walk through it. Up. I don't think I have anything that reaches the blue Kadamas up there. The fellow's nice, technically speaking. Oh. More orbs, please. Those will fall. So that'd be quick. Would be better if they told you that they fall in an area that isn't above a bottomless pit. But they fall slow enough that it generally doesn't matter. Especially since no enemies are immediately there. Okay, this jump here. This single jump here. No. I've fallen down that jump way too many times. It's not even a difficult jump, it's just that sometimes like you need to be close to the edge before jumping, I guess. And I've just fallen down way too many times to count. Also, this guy is annoying. Really? I'm falling down this one? Really now? Of course I do. Again, no. Although apparently I need to use the broom more often than just this. I do not trust my jumping capabilities anymore. I'm not a Super Mario sub-bro. I'm just Megamari. Who also needs to jump a lot, so I don't even know what I'm saying. There, you happy now? One thing you really need to be careful about this game that also is really bad is if you pick up any collectibles in midair, all of your momentum is gone. Well, your upwards momentum is the thing, and you know, the more important momentum when jumping above a bottomless pit. I really don't know what they were doing with that. Also, you can totally unspawn or despawn this Grey Kadama, and so I did. I think this is the only time in the game where I can do that. Just despawn something that's supposed to be a threat. Because in this game, unlike those Sanae Toumaden X, the despawn area, or the spawn area, or whatever, seems to be a couple of blocks off screen. I don't know how many exactly, but a reasonable amount of them at least. So it doesn't happen too often. Yep, okay. I gotta be careful here with shooting those Kadamas, otherwise you might accidentally, oh nice, have them land on the platforms and you cannot jump on them anymore and then you fall to your death, so you gotta be quick with shooting them down. I only need young orb energy and one, like, tiny bit for everything else. So I don't need to be too aggressive with trying to farm for weapon energy. And I still have an entire weapon tank. No. So funny little thing is up here, there's a mushroom. You can get there by jumping onto the top platform here and using the room. And here's a couple more. In case you really need that full energy. Against copy Marisa. Who I'm probably gonna use an E-Tank against. Because fuck copy / proto Marisa. Goddamn, she's always jumping. Stop jumping! You have another move too! Nope, not this one. Yeah, she can also run and gun. She doesn't need to jump and gun. Oh. No! Crud. That was just enough to kill me, huh? Crud. Well, I'm back. I'm all out of lives again. I really needed one for Alice's stage. Spoilers, Alice is also gonna have a solo stage. Unsurprisingly. Thank you. Thank you for run and gun. And back to jump and shoot. This was so much easier! Yeah. Move, you idiot. Oh no, she's doing Master Spark. If she's doing a Master Spark, you want to be super close to her so she misses. Because the space right in front of her actually doesn't have a hitbox. Unfortunately, that didn't work. So I'm just gonna heal myself right up. Because I'm on my last life and I do not want to redo the stage. There we go. The other attack is that she charges at you. And you need to be standing on top of a box, otherwise you're getting hit. Yeah, like this close you have to be in order for her to just miss you. You practically need to stand inside of her. You can also just move on the other side of her, but, you know. Where's the fun in that? And I'm getting another E-Tank in Alice's stage anyway, so it's not like it matters that I just used one. I love this castle way too much. Yeah, this is the path that Alice took. Not sure why the two of them split up. I think considering they're warping in here, I guess they just didn't tell each other where they wanted to go, and then they both just accidentally ended up on another platform. Alright, one other big... How did I miss all of these letters? One other big difference between Alice and Marisa with their basic attacks is that Alice can actually walk while she's shooting. You generally don't use that ability because, like, you'll run into enemies, but it's there. Could be more useful if her attack was like the Chrysogrim in Symphony of the Night, because then, yeah, enemies would just die. That weapon is so broken. For what it's worth, though, you do have infinite range with Alice. But if an enemy, like, jumps through your laser, there's a chance that you just miss. Like the jumping Kadamas that just jump up and down the entire time. They generally are really hard to hit with your laser because they pretty much clip through them. And I hope you like the bunnies and bots, because they're back! And this time I don't have... Actually, last time I didn't have time stepping abilities either. One way to deal with them is to use the rolling slash, or just to abuse invulnerability frames. Not sure how to get up there. I don't think I can. This is just a Lily White, just in a black dress. She actually appeared like that in Phantasmagoria of Flower View, because, according to the creator of that game, she's cosplaying as the High Judge of Paradise. So, guess it's gonna be the boss of the stage here. I actually really like that kind of foreshadowing. Because they could have just used Lily White in here, at the stage here. But because Aki is gonna be the boss. Instead, they decided, yeah, no, let's have Lily White dress up in a black outfit, as a reference to Phantasmagoria Flower Review. And subtly hint at the upcoming boss too. It's just a really nice reference / Easter egg. And yes, these stages, platforms here are frozen over, so slippery. Not that it matters, but well, there's other reasons why I cannot make this jump, and it's called idiocy. There we go. And if you're just lined up like that, you don't even fall down. Nice. And if you're all the way here and press to the left, you make it to a secret hidden area that I don't even recall how I discovered it. So since this area here is frozen over and you really don't want to jump, otherwise you jump into the instant death mines, you can either inch your way forward or just press forward for like half a second so you start sliding and then press left immediately. By the time you can recover and go back, yeah, you're not falling into a bottomless abyss, is what I mean. Also, screw all of you! Die! Die! Please? Good. Come on, come down here. We're right in front of the boss too, but unfortunately I barely have any life left, so I guess I will have to use an E-tank. Also, this would have been the perfect stage to use the slightly awesome Shanghai doll on. It's just a small doll that's following you around and shooting at the closest enemy, but I keep forgetting that it exists. It's also not dealing that much damage, all things considered, so it's not like it's absolutely critical to use her. Alright, now that I'm at full health, it's time to use the best instance for the Rolling Slash on. How much you already? Yeah, I don't know how to beat this battle normally, so I'm just doing a damage race. I'm just tanking the hits. I've never learned this boss because I usually am low on life. The stage is really difficult because you only have Alice, and I'm not willing to learn this battle. Rolling Slash works wonders though. It is Aki's weakness, and it can hit her hitbox really easily too. Which is the primary reason why to give Rolling Slash to Alice. Also, they're both back together again. And yes, you have to jump down here. Going to the right does nothing. I'm always still afraid that, wait, did I actually have to jump down here? Yes, you do. Sometimes I recall, most of the times I don't. Also more prison rivers, I forgot where Merlin's safe spot is. Right in front of Lyrica, got it. Nope. That was unnecessary, but oh well. If we jump down here, we have to be super careful because... Can I hit her without being on screen? Probably not. Not sure why I'm even trying. There they are! 2 Meilings! And if Meiling is ever to the left of you, she will start sprinting faster, and with both of them being slightly... like at a different starting position, it's really easy to get them both on different sides, but surprisingly I did not get hit. That's a... that's a rarity. Always fill up your body cross. Oh yeah, earlier I was saying about like signposting and stuff. These spikes, no matter where they appear, always have 4 spikes coming up. That's some good game design. Also another energy capsule. There we go. And that's why I'm willing to just use the E-tanks in the partially stages, because you get 3 of them. One even, the hidden one in Alice's stage, the green one, refills everything. Both your energy and your weapon energy, so it's really useful. And just in time too for the boss review fights. Against Takareren. Let's try and use the Reincarnation Ghost. It worked wonders last time. And now it does what it tends to do. Oh, she's dead. Good. I thought I was dead for a second. Yeah, that's why I tend to just use the Buster, because at some point, once 2 Healing Orbs are out, it's really difficult to hit her at that point. And she can summon even more of them. Like, if she's in her last phase, thanks to Shine. Oh, crap. Yeah, once Seremus in her last phase, she just keeps doing nothing but spamming these orbs. So I just tend to just use her. There we go. Use the Mari Buster. Oh, Jenny, we're doing me worse than in the proper stages. How rude of you. Sakia should be fine. Sakia is 1-for-1 the same as the original battle. Although she's already started to jump on me, so... I was thinking, taking a hit here is fine, because I'm gonna take less damage than I'm healing, and then I just dodged everything. Like a pro. Remelia, on the other hand, is just as bad as she always is. Nope. I said dodge her attack flawlessly. Only the first one, though. If you want to dodge more, then you have to pay. I probably should heal Alice, considering that she has most of the boss weaknesses. In fact, I've already fought against everybody who's weak to Marisa, since Cherno's weak to Raisin's gun. But I just don't use it because it's not that useful. Oh, never mind, I forgot about Yuma. It was actually a lot easier in the refight here, because the center platform is a lot bigger, and if you're on the same level as Yuma, then you can always dodge her projectile with jumping. It's just then rude. In the original battle against Yoma, quite amount of energy, that's not good. Yeah, the original battle against Yoma, the center platform is so small that you barely have any chance to actually be on the same tile as her. Okay, 18. For some reason, even though the stage is exactly the same, I'm always having more trouble against her here than in the original, or was it the other way around? I don't actually recall just now. Huh. Ah, crap. Well, at least she also got hit by the thing, so that's fine. I need Alice to heal. As much as I like Marisa to be a sponge and tank some damage for me, I want Alice to be as close to full health as possible. Yeah, let's slice up some rabbits. Close enough to health, to full health. Alright. And the last one. Against Sagyoji Yuriko herself. Yeah, I'm not gonna... Interesting. Since when has, you know, Alien's weapon been missing? What the heck? This is the first time this has ever happened to me. Huh. What did I do? finally to rewatch the archive at some point. This has never happened before. What the heck? And, oh no, and Alien's weapon is super effective not against Yuko, but against some of the upcoming bosses too. Oh no. This is gonna be super bad. Oh crud. Guess let's use the slightly awesome Shanga doll. Or maybe not, because Yuko can become vulnerable because of being hit by that. Shoot! This is so bad, no! I think Marisa can still dodge or tank the hit. I'm also... No? I'm on my last life. This is not how this is supposed to go. Ah, crap. Yeah, now Yuko appeared above the spirits. Okay, one more hit. There we go. Nope, not quite yet. Yuko should be entering his second phase in a second that I pretty much skipped in the original battle against her. There it is. And now Yuko will always aim her lasers directly at you. So if you properly just keep moving, jump at the borders, hopefully there's not any chair paddles in front of you in your way, and then she's down. I want to say that I had Alice's, Alien's ability up until Alice's stage. I think that might have been the first one where it was missing. But either way, why is it missing to begin with? Also, I think I need to heal up Alice, unfortunately. God, I'm burning through these E-tanks, unfortunately. Is this super effective? I don't think it is. Actually, it might be. I'm fighting against the... Ooh. I might need to use my last E-tank too. So, funny thing, we're fighting against Patchouli herself. Just against Patchouli. The Magician of the Week. Using an element per weekday. And sun on Sundays and moon. Like, the element of the moon on Monday, I guess. She's weak to the Mari Buster. Yes, just the Mari Buster. Not Alice's version of it, unfortunately, I think. But yeah, I think this is the only enemy in the game that is weak to the regular attack. And oh god, I'm so close to dying. Oh, crud. I would need it for the next stage, is the thing. The next stage is actually super easy compared to this one here. Yeah, in this form, fighting the mobile death fortress or something. I don't know if this thing even has a name. But we're fighting a giant flying machine which is weak to Marisa's weapon. Some of them. One of them is this one, Alien's, like, I forgot what it's called. And now we're fighting a teapot. I'm not sure what it's weak to. The ghosts seem pretty good, so let's use the ghost. Yeah, this form here is weak to Alice's weapons. Like, the idea behind it is that in the first form she's using strong versions, like one single projectile that deals a lot of damage that's hard to avoid. And in the second form she's using the same kind of weapons, but versions with more projectiles that are slower instead. So it's kind of like the first version is Marisa's playstyle, the second version is Alice's playstyle. And that's how you're supposed to know that the first form is generally weak against Marisa's stuff and generally the second form is generally weak against Alice's stuff. It's kind of cool that way. Anyway, all of our weapons are pretty much filled up again, because I had to use the super tank. What's actually kind of funny is if I don't die here... Oh, nice. If I don't die here, I'm gonna make it through the entire game without seeing continue. But considering that, for some reason, Alien's weapon is gone, I don't think I can, because this is the perfect opportunity to use it against. I guess the Bloody Cross is decent because it can hit multiple times too. But Alien's weapon would just be shredding the saucer here. I guess the Bloody Cross is also pretty good. Nope. Yeah, I guess this was actually pretty good too. But she's actually weak against Alien's weapon for Alice anyway. Not sure if she's also weak against Marisa's version of it. I doubt it. Maybe. I haven't looked at the actual boss weaknesses in forever. I'm just going off my memory here. I'm gonna switch to Marisa. And by Marisa, I mean the Ying Orbs. Because it's not over yet! It's time to fight the incredibly adorable looking robot! Yeah, you can just jump over here. If you jump on the top platform, you can jump outside of the thing's range. Oh shit. I think I have enough life still for that. Yeah, if you get hit by that attack, it deals like 90% of your health. So be careful. No hit! No, one hit, I'm sorry. No, continue! 1 CC! The way it should be. And by the way, we were the evil guys the entire time. The only way, well, the only reason why we set out was to steal Pak Chili's books. The battle is over. Pak Chili's machinations were thwarted, you know, her trying to protect her own books. Peace reigns once again. Never forget, trouble can arise at any time, and the only thing that will solve it is the bright, shining light in your heart. Thank you, Marisa. Hello, Alice. It's not scary anymore. And no matter what challenges may come, you too will surely overcome. See you next, Magic. And I love just how Alice falls on her face. It's so adorable. It's a sprite that's never used in the entirety of the game except for here, so it's such a nice little touch. Oh, I love this game so much. It's probably one of my favorite games of all time, all things considered. Probably not nearly. Well, is it on the same rank as Sonic 3 Knuckles? Like, I've played this game here dozens of times at this point. It's definitely my most streamed game of all of them. Have I ever played Sonic 3? I don't think I have. I should rectify that. Yeah. Anyway, I now play 2 Mega Man games in one stream. I'm not playing another one. Or another Toho game. Well, I tried to play Mountain of Faith, but I couldn't. It's not on my computer, not on my laptop. I might do like a full Toho stream next time, because one of the streamers that I'm watching has found out about Toho recently, and yeah, she's now playing Imperishable Night, and I cannot say that I'm not tempted to play that game myself again. It's such a good game. Okay, most Toho shoot-'em-up games are good, but that's another point. Yeah, I'm gonna end it for today. Not sure what I'm streaming next. Maybe Toho, maybe not. Maybe something else. Maybe another Mega Man game, considering it's Mega July? Do I even have any Mega Man games that aren't just straight up Mega Man? I'm not sure. Well, I'll have to look at my Steam library. There probably is something in there like that. And if there isn't, I'm just gonna have to ask some people. Anyway, thank you for watching and see you next time.